Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another After Effects CS6 tutorial. I'm your host, Buddy Blackford, and today I'm going to teach you about what a parallel light is and how it works. So first of all, I'm just going to bring up the a light in here, and we're just going to change the light type to parallel. And I'm just going to change the color back to what it was. And remember that the last settings that you used for your last light are going to be the new settings that pop up in your new light that you're using. So I'd like to set everything back to what it was. And a parallel light comes out like this. If you're looking at it, it's got a different looking, whatever you call it, symbol, I guess, and it's a bunch of arrows that point somewhere. Now, the reason why this is because a parallel light is pretty much like a flat surface that shoots out light rays in one direction, but without the constrictions of the cone light, and without like shooting it in every single direction like the ambient light. And I made this MS Paint drawing so I could explain it a little better for you. So we've got an ambient light here, or ambient, or I should write also point. So we got the ambient and point light here, where it's just going to shoot out from all directions. And I haven't gone over the ambient light yet, but I will in the next tutorial. But all directions, you can't control what's going on. And then you got this cone light here. You can control where the cone light is pointing and it shoots out directions, but it's restricted to the cone. The parallel light, think of it as like a square here, and other programs use a square. And think of that square as having a bunch of lights in it that just shoot out in one direction, and you can aim it. And it's not constricted by any cone or anything like that. So it's like using a combination of a point light and a cone light, or a spotlight actually. I don't know why I wrote cone there, but spotlight. So that's the drawing there. Now we've got the light here, and it has a point of interest that we can animate or move around if we would like to. And I'll go back to the options here, and the options are the same as the point light. So you've got your intensity here that you can lower, or you can raise, I guess. Same thing, you can change the colors. So, I mean, green, maybe he's in like looking out there because World War I is starting, and you've got the green mood set. You've got the fall off. That's going to be just on the edges here. And then you got your fall off distance, of course. Just the same thing where the edges are going to fade out, kind of like a mask feather. So we'll put those back. You can also cast shadows, and if you have it, and I'll just teach you how to cast shadows again in case you haven't seen the other two tutorials about lights. So in case you're just coming to see what a parallel light is, I'll show you how to cast shadows. You make sure this cast shadows is checked, and we'll hit OK. Now I'm going to bring up an object so that I can cast shadows with. And I've got that there. Make sure that the object is in between the light and the thing that we want to cast shadows onto, and it is. So we want to twirl down to these options of this is the picture that we want to have the shadows cast on. We want to make sure it accepts shadows and lights, and those are on. And onto the item that is casting the shadow, we want to make sure we have cast shadows on, which is up here at the top.